Most coaches I meet have one big frustration. They're great at what they do, but their brand just doesn't attract the right clients. Why most coaches struggle to attract clients and how to fix your brand fast. You're posting, you're tweaking your bio, you're trying new colors, new photos, maybe even new taglines. You're doing all the right things everyone online says you should do, but deep down, you know something's off. Because the way your business looks and sounds online doesn't match the transformation you actually deliver. You pour your heart into your work, but when you look at your own brand, it feels disconnected. And it's confusing because you see other coaches online with smaller followings and simpler offers, yet they seem to attract clients easily. You might wonder, what am I missing? Why does my message not land? Why does my brand not feel like me? Here's the truth. It's not your fault. You've been told branding means picking a logo, a color palette, a pretty website. But those things alone don't make people trust you or hire you. Branding isn't what you show. It's what people remember. It's the feeling they get when they come across your name. And that's what we're going to fix today. The problem. Let's be honest. The coaching industry is noisy. Everywhere you look, someone's promising transformation. Unlock your potential. Step into your power. Find your purpose. It's all starting to sound the same. So even if your work is unique, your message probably isn't. You might be saying things that sound inspiring, but not memorable. The kind of words that people like, but don't act on. The result? People scroll right past your content, not because you're not good enough, but because they can't tell why you are different. Here's the real problem. Most coaches lead with their title, not their transformation. They say, I'm a life coach, I'm a health coach, I'm a business coach. But nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I need a life coach today. They wake up thinking, I feel stuck. I can't get motivated. I wish I had more clarity. I just want to feel confident again. That's what your brand needs to speak to. The emotion, not your title. Because when you lead with how people feel and what they want to become, your message instantly connects. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of saying, I'm a life coach, say, I help people who feel stuck build confidence and clarity again. Instead of, I'm a health coach, say, I help busy professionals regain energy and balance without crazy diets. And instead of, I'm a business coach, say, I help solopreneurs turn their ideas into profitable, aligned businesses. See the difference? One tells people what you are. The other makes them feel seen. And that's the moment they stop scrolling. Because finally, someone understands what they're going through. Think about it. When was the last time you hired someone because of their job title? You didn't. You hired them because they understood your problem better than you did. That's what a strong brand does. It mirrors your client's emotions before offering a solution. The story. Let me tell you a story. I recently worked with a coach named Sarah. She helped women rediscover confidence after burnout. She was brilliant, empathetic, experienced, full of insight. But her website said, empowering women to reach their potential. Sounds familiar, right? Beautiful words, but they could belong to anyone. Nothing about it made a woman who felt broken think, that's me. Sarah was invisible. So we reframed her message to, I help women who feel emotionally exhausted rebuild their confidence in 6 weeks, without endless journaling or forced positivity. Suddenly, people got it. Her content started connecting. Her DMs changed. The women who reached out already knew she was the right fit. Within a month, her engagement doubled. But more importantly, she said, for the first time, I'm attracting clients who truly feel like a match. That's the magic of brand clarity. When your message becomes specific, it stops being about you and starts being for them. Clarity filters out the wrong audience so you can focus on the right one. You stop convincing and start connecting. And here's the part most people don't realize. When your brand reflects your true voice, you start feeling more confident in your own work again. Because everything, your message, your visuals, your energy, finally aligns. Framework. The solution. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to clarify how you communicate it. When your message feels like you, everything clicks. People recognize your value. Your content connects, and clients start reaching out. That's what strong branding does. It bridges the gap between who you are and how people see you. And that bridge is built on three pillars: clarity, consistency, and connection. Clarity, what you really stand for. Clarity means knowing exactly who you help, what problem you solve, and why it matters. Most coaches skip this step and jump straight into content creation. But without clarity, everything feels forced. Ask yourself three questions. Who am I really talking to? What is their real problem? And what outcome am I promising them? Instead of saying, I empower professionals to thrive, say, I help mid-career professionals stop doubting themselves and step confidently into leadership. Clarity cuts through the noise. It makes people think, that's me. Here's a simple test. If a stranger can't tell who you help and how after 5 seconds on your page, you're not clear enough. Consistency, how you show up. Consistency is the secret to trust. When your visuals, tone, and message align, people feel safe. Stop switching your look every week. Pick a core style and tone that feels authentic and stick with it. Because repetition builds recognition, and recognition builds trust. Think of your favorite podcast or creator. You recognize them instantly, not because of a logo, but because of how they make you feel every time. That's consistency. It's not about perfection, it's about predictability. When people know what to expect from you, they start to rely on you. Connection, what they feel. This is where your brand becomes magnetic. Connection happens when you speak from truth, not from tactics. Branding isn't just how you look, it's how you make people feel. Share your story. Be human. Talk about the moments that shaped why you do what you do. Maybe it's the challenge that made you start coaching. Maybe it's the transformation you went through yourself. Those moments build empathy and trust faster than any funnel ever could. And don't be afraid to show imperfection. Your audience doesn't need a superhero. They need a guide who understands them. So remember, clarity helps people see you. Consistency helps them trust you. Connection makes them stay. Master those three, and your brand becomes a magnet, pulling in clients who are naturally aligned with your mission. Future vision. When your brand has clarity, consistency, and connection, you stop chasing clients. You attract them. Because now your message speaks directly to their heart, not just their head. Imagine opening your inbox and seeing messages like, I've been following you for a while. It feels like you're speaking directly to me. That's when you know your brand is working. You don't need to shout louder. You just need to sound like you. Picture yourself 6 months from now. Your content feels natural. Your message feels effortless. And the clients showing up are the ones you actually want to work with. You're not forcing visibility anymore. You're earning it through authenticity. And here's the best part. When your brand aligns with your purpose, marketing stops feeling like a chore. It becomes an extension of who you are. The next step. If this message hit home, it's time to take the next step. I've created a simple, practical system that helps solo entrepreneurs like you build a brand that truly attracts clients without hiring an expensive agency or overthinking every detail. It's called the 7-Day Branding Shortcut. You can find it through the link in the description. Inside, you'll learn exactly how to find your voice, refine your message, and create visuals that feel aligned with who you are. It's short, practical, and it works. If you found this video helpful, hit like so more coaches can see it. Subscribe for more weekly brand lessons, and tell me in the comments, what's the hardest part of branding your coaching business right now? I read every comment personally, and your answer might inspire my next video. Remember, your brand isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the truest voice in it. Thanks for watching. Remember, your brand isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the truest voice in it.